Hello and welcome to the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. My name is Harry Durham. The World Cup of Darts is done and dusted for another year. A huge congratulations to Northern Ireland as Josh Rock and Daryl Gurney etched their names in history. I'm pleased to say, after one of the greatest darting finals that we have ever seen in our lifetimes, forget lifetimes, ever, that Daryl Gurney joins us now on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. With you and Josh Rock, that is, being the first people to win the Darts World Cup for Northern Ireland. Can we get you two in a convertible or, open top bus parade? I think we could do it all the way from Derry to Belfast and celebrate your incredible triumph.
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe a convertible mini or something like that, but I don't think the budget will go as far as anything else other than that. But yeah, I mean, listen, if people were going to come out, we would probably drive to their town and do a wee thing because we got to get the trophy and stuff like that. But I mean, it sounds brilliant, but I don't think there's going to be a load of people celebrating it, but I don't think it's going to be the same amount whenever you got a whole city supporting a football team.
I know you were using your words carefully on Sky last night, but this is talk sport. You can say whatever you want. Let's just say you were touching cloth on that outer ring, mate. What were the emotions? What was going through your body just then? Was it a case of placing it in that double A, or did it just come naturally and your arm just did the work?
My arm just did the work, but where that first start landed, I have been doing that a lot in practice, putting it there. But I don't mean to put it there. I mean to try and hit the double, and then I've been sliding over to the left and sliding it in. And it was like as soon as that dart went again, I go, "Oh, I've seen this before," and then I just followed through, used the first dart just to skim past it, and then right into the double. But yeah, more relief than anything. As I say, I was touching cloth on double five. And after I missed that, I was thinking, oh God, whenever I think I was for 10-7, and then it went all the way. And then, as I says, I think I messaged my sister this morning. If I missed that double eight and we lost the World Cup, I would never ever forgive myself. And I actually, as I says in one of the other interviews, I actually had a nightmare last night that I missed it. So I wakened up. And I go, oh no, thank God I did. It was only a nightmare that I actually did had it.
What were Gezi and Johnny like as well? Because you guys would put them down and they keep fighting back. The ton plus checkouts were sublime by Johnny, and I mean, we'll get on to the 171 by Josh in a minute. But what was Gezi's reaction and sort of like conversations that you might have had on the stage and during the breaks as well?
Um, there was nothing really in the breaks because it was literally go back and the toilet's a good couple of minute walk. So it was literally go to the toilet and then come back out again. But they were gracious in defeat as champions as they are because they're major winners and they've been winning loads of stuff for the last couple of years. Jonny was absolutely on fire. I practiced with Jonny, I think, before I played the semi-final against Germany, and we were doing just a game of 1-2-1. So it's just like we finished 1-2-1 together. And I think Jonny missed once, and I mean everything I left him, he finished it. He was absolutely incredible just in practicing, and I says that to him. And I was glad that if he had played like that in the game, we would have really struggled. But no, there was a great atmosphere, and I even seen them as we were coming into the hotel. They were leaving for going for some food, and yeah, we all embraced one another, hugged one another, and yeah, I mean, but that's why they're major champions because they know how to win and they know how to lose.
The only thing that frustrated me was I thought that we were going to get a nine dart leg from you two. Josh would literally. I do a podcast with Colin Lloyd, and I said there needs to be checks to see if there's a magnet in that treble 20 bed because Josh just absolutely hammered it. But it's when Josh would get a 180 to kick the leg off, and I'd be like, we're gonna get a nine darter out of it. And it goes straight into the single 20. I was like, God's sake, Daryl, come on. I thought it was going to happen, mate. I thought it was going to happen.
Oh, well, I was practicing on Friday, and I missed the double three times. I'm practicing just myself, and then I would hit a 180, and then Josh would hit a 180, and I'd miss it, and then it would go the other way, and then Josh would miss it, and then I thought he says to me, if you hit back my 180, he says I'll not miss the 141 or the 144. I says no worries, and then I think one time he had a 180 and I had one treble after, but then. it just sneaked below. But yeah, I think if I could have backed up Josh's 180, I think he was in the form, he was in the mood, and he definitely fancied doing a nine. But I didn't play my part.
I just want to say as well that 171 by Josh, one of the best shots that you could see in a final, I'd say.
Easy. And at times, Josh isn't the best of counters. Sometimes he muddles up. So I literally looked across to see where we were on, and he went treble, treble, and I thought, just please don't miscount. Don't have a 177. They leave me 10 or something. But as soon as I seen it went down, then I just more or less just calmed down. And as I say, I knew they were on 121. No idea what they hit to get there. I just knew that I wasn't going to miss double eight, and I just calmed myself down. A couple of deep breaths. Let the arm do the work, and thankfully it paid off. But no, that 171. Especially, I mean, he was incredible. Josh had 5 out of 6 perfect darts, what you would want at 9 all. The 134 and then my 180 and then has 171 and then we took it out. But he's been doing that all weekend. So for me, at that time, it wasn't a surprise, but my God, he showed some stones there.
Do I smell future world champion for Josh Rock? He can win everything.
Josh has got the game. Josh has got the game. The sky is the limit. Um, I think Josh is more than good enough to be in the Premier League. He'll win a TV major soon. I think he got a couple of quarterfinals, and he couldn't get over that stage. And then this year, I think at the UK Open, he got over that stage in his first semi-final. So sometimes it's baby steps to make progress, and I think Josh is going the right way. Every year he seems to get better. Uh, Everybody seems to forget that this is only his third year
Mm.
playing their PDC, so he's still really new to TV darts. And look how well he played. So for me, we've got a superstar on our hands, and yeah, the sky's the limit. He can win all the majors. He can win a world championship, and he could be playing in the Premier League next year. You never know.
I've interviewed Josh so many times, and he's such a humble, lovely. He's quite quiet, is Josh, and I love interviewing him. But the Rocky Raw, mate. I mean, you get the Gezi Raw, but the Rocky Raw, mate. Jesus.
I know. Whenever he was giving it the big one, and then I think people started writing in, "Oh, when's Josh turning to Gizzy?" And I tell you what, I was loving it because I was feeding off it because I was like bunch, and I was all, he's waking up. Here he goes again, another 180. And I was absolutely buzzing as well. But I was just like, just back him up, just back him up. He keeps doing that, just back him up. And yeah, no, that roar, that'll live with me for a long time. Every time he had a 180, and he was on form. Best player of the competition by far.
I think it was testament to you as well, Daryl, because we know over the years that you've been quite emotional on the hockey when playing. And, throughout the whole weekend, I think it was only the second to last leg yesterday that you actually exploded in celebration, gave it to the crowd, given it the super chin. And I mean, that's testament to you as well, mate. That you're probably saying in your career that emotions might have gotten the better of you at some periods. Have you found a way to sort of put a cap on that a little bit and then burst when it really matters?
No, not really. Just sometimes, I mean, I held that in, I held that in, I held that in, and then just sometimes then I can't hold it in anymore. Then I do like a stupid outburst or something like that, give it the big one. But sometimes you need to release some of that tension because obviously we were under the cosh. We were finishing last start in hand and doubles whenever it was nip and tuck. And if they didn't go, we could have lost the leg and we could have lost the final. So for every finish we took out, I had to release it at some stage because the tension was building. As I say, Jonny took out a great 1-4-2, I think it was. We could have went into the break at 4-1 up and it was 3-2. But the way and then that was a breakthrough. So we always knew it was going to be a tight game. I didn't think that we were ever going to run away with it. I just knew that it was going to be nip and tuck. And as I says, sometimes whenever it gets the gut, you got to release a wee bit of tension.